Hey, Stan, I'm on the FitBiz Rebel here. Today I wanted to chat to you about accepting payments. In the beginning, when I started with my business, I was all about, just pay whenever you can, or just give me, cash. Cash, most people prefer cash, but at the end of the day, I'll be honest with you, accepting cash just leaves you up um, to being conned. I think that's the easiest way of saying it. I know it sounds bad, but that's the truth. People, what happens is if you leave it up to them either doing an EFT, which is an internet transfer on their own, or actually giving you cash, you have to wait for them to come in or for them to take the action. Now, I'll be honest with you, I give people the benefit of the doubt, and I know that how busy life can get. So what tends to be is them paying you is not the first thing on their mind. It might be the first thing and the number one thing on your mind because obviously you're running a business, but for them it's not the same. So we tend to forget that they're not going to just pay us because if it's not what they're thinking about, they're just not going to do it. So by having an automatic debit order, now obviously in your country it could be something different, whatever they call it, but it's when it's an automatic debit of your account. What you need to do is you obviously have a supplier. Once again, it would be difficult for me to tell you exactly who to use because it depends on which country you're in. So I'm sure you can just have a look at obviously your bank or which type of service you can use for that. But automatic debits is the best way to actually move your business forward. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I saw a double. I actually doubled my business in a couple of months' time because suddenly I was receiving the money that the people were actually supposed to pay me. Because you can have it on your Excel sheet or whatever you use, the amount of clients that you have. But believe me, if those people don't pay, that's not the real money that you're actually making. So let's say for instance, I'm going to use rands now because obviously I'm in South Africa. Um, but say you make 20,000 rand a month. That's your income supposedly because that's the amount of clients that you have. But you're actually only receiving 10,000 rand because half of the people come in late, or they're not paying at all, or they're just staying away because you know how people are. I mean, I've had this in the past where people feel this way: if they don't come to train, they don't need to pay. But it doesn't work like that. That's why if you have an automatic debit system where the money automatically goes off their account, I have two dates on mine. I have the first of the month and the 10th of the month, just because with me it tends to be like the first of the month. Everyone that works for someone that earns a salary, their debits go off the first of the month, and people that are running their own business, they're actually waiting for money to come in. So the 10th works better for them. So yeah, that's the two dates that I have, but automatic debits is definitely the way to go because you're not leaving it up to chance, you're not putting it in their hands. You're actually making it easier for them because you're letting the money go off the account by itself, so that it's not another thing that they need to worry about. So yeah, if people are against that, which we've had, well, I mean, we've faced some resistance on that as well. Just remember, it's your business. You need to do the things you want to do, the things the way you want to do it, because otherwise, if you're going to leave it up to them, you're going to struggle in business. It's your rules. Remember, you don't want an average business, so it's your rules. Do it the way you want, and using automatic debits is definitely the way to go. So yeah, try that. Stop taking cash. If you want to take cash, you can do that. But don't make that the majority of your business. I would say if you take cash, 10% of your business, the other 90 needs to be on automatic debits. And another thing I've also learned is in some cases, I would recommend if you can get the money up front, that's even better because people would sign up for a contract after 12 months and they'll still try and get out of it. Once again, it depends on what the laws are in your country or in your state. But in our country, there's still a way of getting out of a contract. Even if you did sign it and you feel like you don't want to continue with it, there's a way of getting out of it, which for you as a business owner is bad because obviously you're depending on a 12-month income from that person, but you're not actually going to get it. So if you can get away of that person maybe paying 6 months ahead of time for the program or whatever, that's awesome because let's say after 3 months they're getting tired of it or they, sorry to say, but get lazy and they don't want to continue with you, then at least you do have the money already. And another thing is this, even if people pay up front, a better thing for them as well is it will make them more committed because they have a lot of skin in the game. The money's there, the money's already been paid. So they're the one that's going to lose out. You're not the one that's going to lose out. So they're obviously going to want to train with you harder and more because they've already paid the money. So yeah, try that today and I'll bet you that will take your business to the next level.